Ah, Scotland! It's famous for a lot of things, but we're especially drawn to its incredible landscapes. The Highlands, the lochs, the rugged coastlines, and well, the wilderness of it all. Sounds like a pretty amazing place to live, right? Yeah, we think so too, so that's exactly what we're trying to do. Although this wasn't our first idea. That was to move to France, buy a little chateau with some land for like €10 and set up a campsite. But then Brexit came along and made that all about 1,000,000 times harder. So we thought, why not Scotland? After all, we both love nature and adventurising, and Emma is actually a real life Scottish person, so it kind of feels like a no-brainer. And I'm sure the locals will totally welcome an Englishman like me with open arms, right? Please? Up here, you get a lot more bang for your buck property-wise, so the dream is to find a quirky, cosy pad surrounded by nature, with enough land to plonk a few huts on, rent them out, keep making videos, explore Scotland and live happily ever after. That's the plan anyway. And this is our first step towards turning that dream into a reality. Although we didn't get off to the best of starts. Emma was so ill she thought she might die. You might die. My drone spontaneously dropped out of the sky into the sea, and here's me trying to retrieve it. A 3-hour diversion and some nightmare traffic. Infuriating midges that were eating us alive. And worst of all, Emma's brand new pristine suede Adidas trainers got a bit of mud on them. Okay, so welcome to Scotland. We've just picked up the hire car from Glasgow airport. The plan is we've got 6 or 7 houses to view, 2 around the Glasgow area, and then the rest are up further north towards Inverness. The reason why we've picked Glasgow and Inverness is because of the accessibility. The airport is handy if you need to get back to England or if you want to go travelling. We've also got 3 nights booked in Scotland. We've got a tent tonight, a shepherd's hut the second night, and on the third night we've got a Airbnb bed and breakfast in sort of like the wilderness, so it will give us a good idea of what we want to do if we would set up something similar. So we're just heading past Loch Lomond now, and we've got our first viewing in about an hour. The first house was a 65-mile drive, which was about an hour and a half away from Glasgow airport, but unfortunately Emma was feeling pretty ill, so was struggling to enjoy the journey. So we've got about 20 minutes to go to review the first house, which is a really old house set in beautiful grounds. It's been a lovely drive here, but unfortunately Emma's just been sick. She's been sick several times this morning, so she hasn't been able to appreciate the beautiful views. To access the house, you had to cross over an old wooden bridge which led you to a quiet lane. It's the botanical gardens on the right. Follow a little river until we get to the house, I think. This is it here on the left, for sale. So we're a little bit early for the viewing, so we've come for a little walk around the area. So nice. Got the classic log pile there, and big old mountains around us with pine forests. How you feeling? Not good. How many times are you throwing up this morning? 4. We're actually way early. We've got an hour and 15 minutes to the viewing, so we've just come for a little walk. This would be our neighbours. Look at that. On for offers over £320,000, this riverside cottage is a 2-bed, 1-bathroom property. Unfortunately, it does have a neighbouring house connecting to it, which you can see here if you look at the rear of the buildings. So this is the house, Riverside Cottage. First impressions, very nice, nice driveway, nice stream and massive trees around. Looking forward to seeing the rest of it. As you enter the stone brick house, you are welcomed by a cosy living room, and the first thing which catches your eye is a huge log burner. Just off the living room you have a quirky kitchen with exposed brickwork and a nice view into the garden. Another ground floor room was a decent sized office which had an open fire and also had views into the garden. There was also a small bathroom on the ground floor and a utility room that led to an outside courtyard. Upstairs had 2 bedrooms, but the ceilings were pretty low for someone over 6 foot. At the end of the garden there was a workshop and wood store that could be turned into accommodation. The garden itself was surrounded by huge trees and mountains in the distance. There was an established vegetable garden and greenhouse, and within walking distance you had a beautiful loch and fields with grazing sheep. Overall, we'd say this house was in a beautiful setting, but probably somewhere you'd want to come and rent for a few days on a holiday rather than set up a business for ourselves. Although very quirky, it was a bit too small and I don't think it had potential for much development. Emma's dying in the back. Okay. So we've just driven 2 miles from the house we've just seen. The house itself was incredible. It's such an amazing setting, totally in nature, really quirky, really old. We're just not sure how much land it's got to potentially put some cabins on. But I mean, look at this. How nice is that? This is on your doorstep. Little beach here. Emma's about 5 minutes away from potentially dying. You okay? No. We're on our way to the next property now, which has 7 acres. However, because Emma's feeling ill, we're just going to go and look at it from the outside and probably not do the viewing. I wasn't sure about this one anyway, but we'll go and check it out anyway. This property was only 11 miles away and a 16-minute drive, and thankfully Emma mustered up the energy to have a look around. You get a lot for your money with this property. On it offers over £320,000. This 5-bed, 2-bathroom house also came with 7 acres of land and a huge barn that had planning permission to turn into rental accommodation. So this house is massive. It's got this great big garage type thing. You can put your car, your motorbike, ping pong table, put a gym in here if you wanted. It's got this like wood store which you could turn into some type of building to rent out. And then this is the back door, I believe. Goes into a kitchen. It needs a bit of work doing to it, but that's good because we can put our own stamp on it. This is the living room. Fireplace. The view is what makes this room amazing. Look at that. Right down the valley. And it's got 7 acres of land. So over there, behind that barn, which would be ours, and all the way sort of down there, takes about 5 minutes to walk down there. And then there's another like living room, bigger one, and then yeah, you can sort of do a loop. There's a toilet here, small toilet, and then a sort of downstairs bedroom or dining room. And then upstairs, bedroom here, bathroom, another bedroom. The lady who lived in this house previously, she used to do bed and breakfast here, so that's got potential. Look at that for a view. And then the final bedroom. So we've now got the long drive to Inverness. It's about 4 hours, but we've just stopped in a little place called Tyndrum because there's actually a property that we were planning on seeing on Saturday, although we can't actually have a look around because the owners aren't here, but this is it. It's right on the Western Highland Way walk, and people actually walk right along this track, which I don't think is ideal, but obviously it sort of heads straight into wilderness. It's pretty nice. This is the house here. Emma is still like dead. It's a bit of a write-off for her today, unfortunately. Not a lot of land really. But this is on your doorstep. Yeah, there you go, look. West Highland Way. West Highland Way and the Cattle Creek Trail. So pretty amazing location, but it seems to be a bit of a sort of passing town. Not even a town, it's just got like a pub and a cafe, a place to sort of stop if you're travelling far. But pretty nice. And you can hear the motorway or the dual carriageway pretty loud from here, so I think this one's a no compared to the last one. This one's a no. There you go, tiny little garden compared to the last one that had 7 acres. I mean, I do love the fact you're right on the Western Highland Way, and that is just pure wilderness if you go that way. But yeah, a bit small I think. That one's a no-go, too small. On to Inverness now, where we're staying in a little glamping tent tonight, which should be nice. Emma's just gonna go straight to sleep, I think. And I'm starving because I haven't had any food all day. What did you just say to me?
I can't even open my eyes.
What did you say before that?
I might die.
You might die. Things are not looking good. Look at that for a view. Pretty spectacular, eh? And you can see why, because look at all the tourists. Quite a spot. Got about 2.5 hours till we get to our destination. Emma is seriously ill. She can't even come out to see this view. Such a shame. But hopefully we can see it together on the way back, back down to Glasgow in a few days. We're officially in the Highlands now. I think we're in Glencoe region. The landscape is definitely wild. Look at that. I just stopped again because the views are amazing and I can't really film as I'm driving obviously, and Emma's asleep in the back. But yeah, this is the Glencoe area. Not sure, is this where they filmed James Bond? I'm not sure. There's a ski resort just over there, Glencoe Ski Resort. It's about 1.5 hours from our house that we really liked. But yeah, the landscape is wild, just goes on for ages. Super like isolated, a bit barren, but very cool. So we've got Loch Ness to the right. Keep your eye out for Nessie, and other exciting news, Emma is feeling better. Woo! So hopefully my solo trip around Scotland will turn into something with a little bit more company. But we've got 46 minutes now till we get to our tent. It's a glamping tent. We're going to get there about 8:20, so quite late. We stopped at McDonald's because we were both starving and I needed something. That was at was it Fort William, which is where Ben Nevis is, which is the highest mountain in the UK. But yeah, look at these roads. Here's our little tent for tonight. Pretty cool grounds. We just met the owners who live in that house there, and they're basically doing or done exactly what we're trying to do. So this is what we could potentially be doing in a couple of years perhaps. Anyway, I'll show you the tent. Very cozy inside. How are you feeling, Emma? Thank God for that. Yeah, pretty cozy. It's been a pretty successful day despite Emma feeling terrible. We got 3 properties to view tomorrow. I'm pretty shattered, hence why I'm slowing my speech a bit. How many times did he throw up today?
I lost count.
Roughly.
7?
7 times. 7 times on the old puke thermometer. We spent the rest of the evening in front of a log fire chatting to the owner of the campsite. It was very helpful and it gave us a clearer vision and understanding of what we might want to do for ourselves if we do something similar. Good morning! And guess what? Emma is back to herself again. Woo! I get to tour Scotland with someone else now who's not asleep all day. Yeah! But we had a... Did you have a good night's sleep? No. Ducks kept us up all night, and the chickens and the cockerels, and it was a bit cold, it was a bit warm, it was a bit cold, it was a bit warm. But I feel like I managed to get some sleep, so that's good. So I hope you did as well.
Yeah.
And happy you're feeling better. And today at 10 o'clock we're going to view a sort of like a cabin style house, kind of Scandi vibe. And there's no one there to show us around, so we just look around ourselves. And the second one is a house we're quite excited about, so it looks really nice. And then the third one is the OG, the one that got us excited in the first place. That's really nice, a place called Lochcarron. So we'll keep you updated as the day goes on. So there's our tent. And this is where the ducks live. We heard this most of the night, which sort of kept us up. Poor little ducks. The third property was only 8 miles from the campsite, an 18-minute drive, and was left unlocked so we could view it without an estate agent present. There we go, look, our third property, and it's open. There's a weird echo. Whew. Comes with a garage and a static caravan. You like it already? That's a good sign. That's pretty nice. Nice log burner. Amazing view.
Wow.
Really nice decking.
Imagine big sofa here, wood burner on. You wouldn't even need a telly. Well, we would. Yeah.
Nice Aga cooker, or Rayburn.
See horses.
And cows.
Cows.
I like the fact it's got a caravan, you can put guests in there.
A rabbit house.
Office.
I'd rather have a view from my office.
Okay.
This is just the spare room.
Utility room.
Oh, so grand.
It's locked. Bathroom, which is just to the wee in, and the water's not running. Sorry about that.
We're gonna have to buy the house now, you know.
And then it's got like a mezzanine. Pretty cool. There you go, this could be your office.
This is amazing office.
What's in here? Oh, bedroom.
Cute.
And then the master bedroom. Oh, it's got an ensuite and a bath. Cozy little bath. It's got a bath.
Ooh,
Do you like it?
I love it.
So this is the terrace.
Oh, lovely.
Hello.
Hi.
And I believe all this land up to where basically where that shack is at the end, a bit further, that would be ours, I think. So definitely potential to put some more cabins in. And there's underneath here, there's like storage and place to park your motorbike. It does have a neighbour. I like storage.
This is the office.
Yeah, office there, that's some filing cabinets. Plenty of wood for the log burner. So yeah, you could put your motorbike down here for sure. If you ride down here. Sound of chickens.
Which you love.
I do like it from afar, not right next to your blooming sleeping arrangements. Yeah, so plenty of land. So
Amount of land.
yeah, looks nice from the back. Oh look, there's some swallows' nests in there. Look,
Aww.
I'll show you that in a bit. This is a chicken coop, I think. So this fence is the end of the garden, I think. So quite a lot of land. You can see how far the house is. It definitely has potential to put some cabins on. I think we both like it actually. I like the style of it and the views. You got a little allotment there, plum tree, climbing wallet. Cool. Well done. You could put it right to the top and all along this wall. So, yeah, the swallows are going up into the eaves of the house. Going to check out this caravan now. Oh, it's open. And a piano!
Okay, I think we should buy it.
Plays a song then.
Oh, look.
Log burner.
Holm.
Holm.
Oh, this must come with it.
Let us be silent that we may hear the whisper of God.
This is cool.
A map where everyone's, maybe they used to rent it out as well, and these are the people that have stayed.
Is that true?
Tiniest bathroom in the world.
Come in. I mean, a lot of potential with this, isn't there?
I'd say so. It's quite a big space really.
Yeah.
And there's potential to do a lot more with other cabins on the land. So tell me what you think of this house compared to the other two that we've seen.
This one has got my heart.
Really?
Yeah.
So better than the second one?
This has given me the feels, whereas the other... But I was on death's door yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like this one as well actually. It's just got a nice vibe about it. It's a bit smaller than the second house we saw. The second house had so much potential, but I think this does as well. But what is good about this one is that it's just got that nice feeling about it. And I could imagine us sat here, looking at the view, having a cup of cocoa.
And it's already got one cabin built.
That's
ready.
good. And you could turn that garage into something as well, and has potential to put a few down here. The more we thought about it, the more we fell in love with it. But heartbreakingly, the day we got home, we called the estate agent and it already had an offer from a cash buyer, which you just can't compete with, especially when we still have a home in Brighton to sell. It's going to be a challenge to find something else we love as much as this place. This was our dream home. On to the next. We're currently on the way to our fourth house to look at, and we've just stopped at a place called Meague Dam, which is about 12-minute drive to the house, but pretty nice spot. Look at these views. Could be Canada. Bit remote though, maybe.
Possibly, but that's the price you pay for this beauty.
Oh, there's a car coming down. This river goes all the way up past the house we're viewing and then just keeps on going into the wilderness. A long quiet road to get here. The scenery is pretty fantastic. Amazing views, look at that. And there's a river down there. Kim Finlay is on for offers over £293,000 and is a 4-bed, 2-bathroom bungalow. So we're a bit early for the viewing, so we've just come for a little walk. The views are amazing and this road just goes on into the wilderness, I think, but I literally just said I bet not many tourists come here, which probably isn't a good sign if we want to make some money from some cabins, but it feels very remote. This road to get to it probably took about half an hour on a single lane track. What do you think though?
Amazing.
It's amazing.
So nice.
This bungalow is in a beautiful setting, and the house itself was built to a high standard as the owner is a skilled builder. The living room and dining room area has a log burner and large opening doors that take advantage of the views over the mountains. There was a nice dining table with church pew seating that led to a large open plan kitchen. Just off the living room was a cosy snug, and next to it was a utility room. Down the hallway you'll find the bedrooms and the bathroom. This bedroom was especially nice as it had a his and hers dressing room, which led to a really nice ensuite bathroom, complete with a modern bath and shower. Another nice feature is that it had doors that open straight out into the garden. So what did you think?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I love it here.
It is so nice.
It's so nice. It's all new. I just think it's more of a house to live in rather than a business opportunity.
The setting is unbelievable. I could just see myself going off for a hike up the mountain of a day, but yeah, I don't think we could make anything of it money-wise, unfortunately.
No.
If this was closer to Inverness and on some type of trail, then yes, but it's half an hour to get anywhere before you see like proper civilization. But it does have a primary school.
It was about to close down, but apparently 3 more pupils have signed up, so they're keeping it open.
There's only 26 kids in there apparently. I just met the janitor before we saw the house. Right, on to the next one. We've got an hour and a half drive now to Lochcarron to see the OG house, which was the house that we were excited about the first time viewing houses online for Scotland. So be interesting to see what that one's like. Bend. Is that it? Yes, that's it.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Nestled on a hillside with incredible views over Lochcarron, Hazelbrae is a 4-bed, 1-bathroom property on for offers over £335,000. It has the benefit of being situated on the North Coast 500 route, where many travellers use Lochcarron as their first or last stop when starting from Inverness. This property also has the potential to be split down the middle, with one side as a B&B and the other side being where we would live. We especially liked this room as it had a huge window you could open to enjoy the views, although annoyingly the trees did obscure it a bit. The garden was sloped and had a couple of areas which would be great to put some cabins on, and as you were a bit higher it meant the loch was easier to see too. That view, pretty nice. It also had some nice woodland and a small stream running down the side of the garden. Although this place was beautiful and right on the tourist trail, it might be a bit far from the airports, and the road in and out was a bit of a nightmare, which you'll see shortly. Okay, thoughts on the Lochcarron house?
I mean, it was amazing. Look, it's absolutely stunning. But I can't deny that it's miles away from civilization.
Well, it has a bit of a... I shouldn't really be doing this whilst I'm driving, should I? I'm holding...
Give it to me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it has got its own little town. I mean, it doesn't have a lot, you know, a coffee shop. We did manage to get a oat cappuccino, which Emma was very excited about. And there's a tiny little petrol station and a village shop, and that's about it. So we're about an hour and a half from Inverness Inverness airport, I think, aren't we?
Hour 45.
Hour 45, so it's pretty remote. But Isle of Skye is very close, and it has a lot of tourists that pass, and that place has potential to be turned into a bed and breakfast, and potentially a couple of cabins in the garden. So it was nice, but I still think the third property is still a favourite, I think. What about you?
Yeah, I could see that more as our home.
Okay. That evening we had the 50-mile drive north to the coastal village of Gairloch, where we stayed in a shepherd's hut called the Wee Hut, and it certainly was wee. So this is our cabin for our second night. Weirdly, this isn't our car, it's someone else's, but it's exactly the same. Very small inside. It's got like a ensuite greenhouse. And check this out. Tiny, but it'll do. Sink. Tiny little toilet in there. And then the bed. It's very high up, but I don't fit in it. So I might have to have my feet out the window and my head out the window for a good night's sleep.
Either Phil's turned into a giant, or this is a very small bed.
Is this going to be a good night's sleep? I'm going to have to sleep like this, I'm afraid, and you're going to have to go on the floor.
There's not much room on the floor.
We had dinner in the pub, which was right next door, and then went to check out the harbour. Bon appetit.
So yesterday we saw porpoise. Common dolphins. What's WT? Nuclear submarine.
What?
Typhoon jets.
Oh, we saw those. They flew over us.
Cool.
That minke whale. We've seen those before.
I've seen them quite often.
Humpback whale.
Basically see dolphins every day.
As you can probably tell from these videos, I like to capture drone footage of many of the places we visit. On this occasion, I was flying my drone over the harbour when I saw it randomly drop from the sky. I instantly knew it had probably fallen into the sea, or perhaps even worse, on someone's head or onto a moving vehicle. Sad day. Rest in peace, drone. It's now in there. I'm just gutted because I had so many good aerial shots of all the houses and other nice scenes. Oh well, one less thing to think about on this trip, I suppose. Deflated and disappointed that it was highly unlikely I was going to get my footage back, we decided to go for a walk to the beach. A couple we passed told us they had just seen about 50 dolphins from the headland, so at least that raised my spirits a bit in hope we would see the same. Although we weren't so lucky, all we saw were about 50 million midgies.
Okay there, Phil.
Go away, mozzies, midgies, whatever you call them.
You've got a few on your face.
It's so annoying.
What are you about to do, Phil?
Try and get my drone. Apparently there's a 1 in 7 chance of retrieving the data on it if I can get the actual physical drone, so might as well try.
He's back,
Oh yes. Basically this guy owns this boat. How's the dinghy? I was just about to, but so
I'm not moving the board.
now the reason why I'm going in there is because last night I was flying a drone and it just fell out the sky.
Oh, you're joking.
And it's literally there somewhere.
Just here?
So I was about to go and swim to see if I could find it. I was thinking maybe I could borrow your dinghy for 2 seconds. Yeah? Oh, thank you. Saves me a swim.
Are you relieved?
I really appreciate it.
You can put your t-shirt back on. Good luck.
Thanks.
You sit on this one here and face backwards.
This way.
Yeah, that's the most comfortable rowing position. Just give him a twist. That's it.
There we go.
Comes naturally quite quick.
Yeah.
Comes even quicker when you're getting blown out to sea.
Actually looks very pleasant.
Around the harbour. It's probably around here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
By some miracle, I paddled straight to where it had fallen, and I could see it laying there on the seabed. I knew there was a slight chance I might be able to hold my breath long enough to swim down and get it. The cold water took my breath away, so it was hard to dive down. It was also hard to see underwater as I had no goggles, which made it a little bit scarier.
You got this.
I say go. Really, because this is goggles. My first attempt was pretty bad. The cold had compressed my lungs and I wasn't sure if it was doable, but I still had some hope. Possibly.
Okay.
I knew I just had to suck it up and do it if I wanted any chance of getting my drone footage back.
Yay!
And success! I'd got it!
Well done! You bloody got it!
I clambered back onto the boat, pleased that I had done everything I could to get the drone back. But I still had no idea if the SD card was totally ruined by the fact it had been laying in salt water all night.
DJI rescue!
Woohoo!
As you've probably guessed already by the drone shots in this video, that I was able to retrieve the footage.
That looked horrible.
By some miracle, there was no harm done to the SD card, and my Mac was able to read it with no problems. My drone even turned on and had flashing lights when I powered it on
nippy.
back at home, although sadly it's well and truly dead as the camera had snapped off. So this morning has been quite eventful. Managed to retrieve my drone. There might be a chance to get the footage back through GoPro or some data recovery company. Just come to get a fry up. Emma's just ordered hers, but she got a non-vegetarian one. So we don't have the best luck, but going to enjoy this while Emma waits. And
hopefully I won't be sick again.
yeah, Emma was sick again last night, weirdly. And then we're going to have a bit of a chilled day, do a few hikes around the area, and then we're staying in an Airbnb tonight near Tindrum. So yeah.
And this is our view.
Happy now?
Yeah, I just hope I can keep it down.
After brekkie, we took a walk to the beach and watched this guy flying up, down and along the sand dunes on his paragliding setup. I must admit it did look pretty fun. Close. We then went to say hello to a Highland cow. Don't you dare wipe that on me.
That was a slime.
Hello? Greasy. Need some conditioner. Emma, you kind of resemble a Highland cow with your hair. Same colour, got the fringe. Sweet.
I take that as a compliment because I think they're lovely.
So we've now got the 4-hour drive south to our Airbnb. We just stopped in a lay-by, and that's Lochcarron over there where we viewed the house yesterday. Looks pretty magical with all the clouds coming over the mountains. Scotland is really testing us today. First the drone and stuff like that, and now we're just standstill. We've just driven an hour in the direction that we thought we were going to go, only to be told, sorry, there's an accident, you have to go back the way you came. So we're now going back the way we came, and now we're stuck because there's another accident. The guy's saying that people don't know the width of their cars, so people are just basically, people are shit drivers. Can you tell I'm a bit cranky? So this is the issue. You got big buses and vans, and then the road is only so wide, and it goes into these sort of gravel tracks where there's big potholes, and people don't want to go in them. Like, I don't want to drive through this now because that might trash the car. Should I do it?
I think you've committed now.
Bloody annoyed me. So we were at this roundabout about 3 hours ago. We're now going on the route. We're still going north to head back south. But yeah, if I'd have taken this left turn 3 hours ago, we'd have almost been at our destination by now. But now it's looking like it's going to be like 9 o'clock. Great, and the sat nav just said unusually high traffic on your route. So great. Things are going well. We stopped briefly to look at a loch. How long have we been driving for?
Literally all day. Hours and hours and hours.
And to look at the most photographed house in all of Scotland. By the time we had arrived at our B&B for the night, it had gotten dark and I was totally shattered. The left. So, 8 minutes to 9, we've arrived. That was long.
Well done, Phil.
Very long.
Should have worn your trousers, Phil.
Adders are present in these fields.
Do not approach the Highland Castle.
Oh goodness.
I did that.
Dogs kill livestock.
Sheep worrying.
Good morning, it's our last day here in Scotland and we've just driven 4 minutes from our Airbnb to the most photographed castle in all of Scotland, Kilchurn Castle. And later today we may or may not go and see a final house. It's actually had an offer, but we thought we might as well go and check it out just to get an idea of what it's like in that area. Here it is up close. And fake news, by the way, it's not the most photographed castle in Scotland, it's elsewhere. We had some time to kill until our viewing, so we decided to go for a hike from the first car park we saw along the way. A lot of places in Scotland seem to be free to park, although here at Glen Lochy it was £3 for the day or £1 per hour. It wasn't the best signposted path, but we found a trail up the mountain nonetheless. So we had no real plan to do this hike today, we just kind of drove past it and thought, shall we go and check this out? And it's really nice, you really follow up this stream up the mountain with little waterfalls, beautiful scenery. Maybe don't wear your brand new Adidas suede trainers though. Come to Scotland. So we just spoke to a couple of hikers and said it's about 2 hours 40 to get to the summit, but it's like super boggy, and when you get to the top you just can't see anything, it's too cloudy. So we're just going to go along this track now and just go for a nice walk. But up there is where you want to go if you want to see nice views on a clear day. So we're now on our way to our last house viewing and our last thing to do in Scotland before we head back to the airport, drop the car back and go back to Brighton. The final house was situated right next to Loch Long and had a nice long driveway, but unfortunately it didn't have the same magic as the third property we viewed. On for offers over £285,000, this 2-bed, 2-bathroom house was architecturally unique, but it was a no from us. Our time in Scotland was incredible, challenging at times, but so valuable in helping us figure out what we truly want. We've realised it might be tougher than expected to find the right property, but this trip has confirmed one thing: Scotland is where we want to be. The buying and selling process here is quite different to England, and since we still have our place in Brighton to sell, it's not going to be easy. But the positive is that we now have a much clearer idea of what we want, and if the stars align, it might fall our way. Here's hoping anyway. I think we have a lot of manifesting to do. I'll be interested to know which was your favourite property. Stay tuned, we're determined to make this happen.